Welcome everybody to Out of the Abyss. You're all hanging out in J. Mitch's pad in Gauntlgrim. You have all arrived here ahead of your military support. You were able to scrounge a couple of units together in hopes of tackling the Underdark and its demon incursion problem. You also were hoping to get the aid of King Brunor Battlehammer of Gauntlgrim. And yeah, you all saw each other after being apart for like a week.
J. Mitch is going to quickly start running around, like waking everybody up and being like, guys, we got to go to our meeting. I don't know what time it is. I think we're late.
4 minutes.
Just one more beer.
No, one more beer. Have you been drinking all night? Have you not gone to
and
sleep
I have
at all?
too.
Yes, Snaggletooth brought me some early morning. I've been drinking since.
Snag is face first on the carpet, double fisting beers.
Oh my god.
You outdrunk a dwarf.
Well, I do have a big frame.
Nicole's just sitting off to the
Okay.
side, like holding a beer up too. It's like, hi.
Have you been drinking, just sipping that the entire night? You only have one beer.
I don't
You've never had morning beer?
Cora wakes
Celebrate
up.
early.
Cora wakes up because she had gummies for the first time, and she's just like
It's true.
surrounded by like bags of chips and like just like Dorito dust like on her feathers.
She's got an orange sheen.
yeah. She's like has a nice little dusting of Cheeto dust.
There's like a bunch of ants around you. Just
Yeah, that
like,
makes sense.
just
No, that
lots of
tracks.
ants.
Yeah. So Cora wakes up. J. Mitch, what time now? What time meet King?
I don't know, and I don't know. That's why I'm
Fancy
saying you
house
need to-
not have time.
Well, yeah, let me
tell?
look at my sundial
Yes.
outside, because that's appropriate for the time period we're in. And
Very
I walk out and I check my
helpful, yes.
sundial.
I thought we were further back in the cave. I
I don't
heard.
know. They have a little, they have a sunroof. Just for the sundial.
Well, good morning, Cora.
I say it's like right outside. It's like a 20-minute trip to go find the sundial because we're in the middle of a mountain.
Morning, Lucius. She just like digs her hands like blindly into a bag of chips and like offers him some.
Oh, I would love some. My stomach's a little empty from staying awake all night.
I'm just setting up some stuff.
Make breath smell better.
The chips are gonna make his breath smell better.
Yeah.
Smells like chips and beer. Anyway, what time is it, Jamich?
Jameis, check sundial.
Jamich is gone.
I'm like running as fast as my little dwarf legs can carry me over to like the sundial that's like 20 minutes away. And in the meanwhile, I'm like trying to put on my my like magical leather armor that'll like make me look good. And I'm
Okay.
also trying to apply concealer to my face.
I'm gonna say Cora is like, because she's a survivalist, she's just gonna literally peek out the window and like close her eye, and she's gonna be like, okay, can I roll for survival to see what time it is?
Okay, so
We're in a giant
there
think I
is
have a
there are no
window.
windows to the outside because you are in the middle of a giant mountain. But J. Mitch does often send messages to that guard who stands outside. So you could probably ring him and ask where the sun is.
Where is just in your head? Where's
Where's
the
the
sun?
sun?
Somewhere standing outside the gates of Gauntlgrim, he hears, "Where is the sun?" And you hear angrily back, "Overhead, Can you warn me next time? Jesus. Or Muradin. Muradin's beard.
Jesus was his lesser known.
Yeah.
counterpart.
Jesus.
He was only like 10th level cleric.
He was like the
Yeah.
the god of carpentry, the dwarven god of carpentry.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Hey, Zeus.
Yeah, you hear the middle of the sky.
And can I maybe roll history? Like, did Jamich's niece mention what time the meeting was?
I won't
See
make
if I
you
can
roll.
recall.
She just said tomorrow.
Okay.
I like come running back into the room. It's noon. We need to go.
Gaislin wakes up and she's like, "Why are you yelling at this time of the day? It should be sleeping."
It's not this time of the day. It's at noon. I'm not used to going by time either. It's been only like a couple weeks.
But breakfast. I'm
Yeah.
hungry.
There's still a lot of food. I made like double portions for you guys.
The ants are in
It's all
half of it.
gone.
Yeah.
Cora's picking like
Oh, thank you,
through
Katur.
it,
I
but
just got
also eating some ants.
I just got fact checked. Cora, you remember something like 9 a.m. because Jamich made a comment about it not being. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, thank you,
Okay.
Katurn.
Late.
Guys, I'm
Late.
gonna go find I'm gonna go up to the throne room. You guys get ready. I don't know. I just run out.
Cora's gonna follow. Jamie.
Both up, put
Just
your
will
pants
follow.
on.
Kothar looks like he doesn't want to.
Kothar just like slowly sits up. He's been having like his head under a pillow this entire time, and he slowly sits up with like his hair just frizzed. And he goes, "Are we going yet?"
You have like a rat's
Yes.
nest on
I have a rat's nest.
Cowlick. Just
By tomorrow. Okay. And he just like casts summon comb, and he starts like.
Gaislin. Yaslin's gonna be like,
That's
so
a whole spell
early.
slot for that.
It's a 4th level, unfortunately. No, it's my 5th
Fourth
level
level.
slot. It's my 5th level slot.
Good little slot. Yeah.
Yaslin's gonna be like, it's so early. I guess it'd be better get ready, and she just casts prestidigitation.
So
To clean
Jamich has
herself
already
up.
left. Everyone's kind of like cleaning up. So I guess I think Jamich is going to be like a good 10 minutes ahead of everybody.
Cora's following
And
me
Cora.
as well, I believe. Yeah.
and so is Lucius.
None of us know how to get
Lucius
there.
is there.
The thing is that Gaislin would have got used to sleeping during the daytime, so that's why she's.
Yeah, I
Like,
figure.
"You're waking me up."
Alright, is
So
everyone ready to go? Kothar, Lucius, Yaslin.
You know, it takes me at least 30 minutes to get ready. I've only had 5.
Yes, but we're 3 hours late.
I know the way. I was here for about a week. 2 weeks? I don't remember.
I can brush on the way there. Yaslin, can you prestidigitize me for some hairspray?
Okay. Done.
Thank you.
okay.
Did Lucius try and like put Nicole's like chest plate on, trying to help him get ready? So that they're all
This music just slapped hard. Holy shit.
As I'm
I'm
like
so
walking,
sorry.
as I'm like walking up to like the throne room, I like say the magic words for my glamour leather, and
What are
it
the
turns
magic
into
words?
Yeah, what are the
Um,
words?
make me pretty.
You're just like, make me pretty.
Mirror,
I'm just
mirror
like-
on the wall.
And it like yeah, and it's like golden dust like descends upon me like a Sailor Moon transformation, and I'm now in dwarven royal garb.
Royal
Not like-
garb?
Not
Royal
like
garb?
not like royal family, but like high class garb.
Cora looks down at herself and is wondering why the Cheeto dust didn't do that to her. Just
It's the same color.
confused. Yeah, exactly. Like, am I doing this wrong? Or
Mhm.
You rush up. You go into the part of the town that is called the Vault of Kings. It is an enormous cavern, large enough to fit several surface world towns inside of. It is hundreds of feet tall. You do see little sun shafts way up where the mountain kind of like peaks open and little beams are coming down. There are platforms everywhere, crisscrossing walkways and bridges, and you see mine carts everywhere. There are tracks, and this is like the primary like mode of transportation is like hitching a ride on a mine cart. So J-Mitch, who knows the mine cart situation pretty well, guides Cora to a little loading station. You hop on, and it takes you through the city, up and down. It's quite beautiful and grand. This is like the biggest city any of you have ever been in. Mm-hmm. And you finally pull up to a great set of doors. This leads into the main throne, the great throne of Muradin, where you are hoping to get an audience with King Brunor Battlehammer. Mm-hmm. The guards look at you.
Like Halls of Valor, like esque, like God
Yes.
King Skovald.
Yeah.
Oh, or think of like Ironforge.
Pretty dwarven city.
In fact, I think the King of Ironforge is named Muradin.
Maybe.
I think
Muradin
yeah, I think-
Bronzebeard.
And then one of them got diamond flies, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Into a diamond.
The guards in front look at you both.
I go, hello, yes, we have a meeting to see the king.
Name, please.
J-Mitch Heavyhide, and this is my esteemed colleague Cora. No last name.
I thought there was supposed to be more of you.
They were delayed solving an important issue for the citizens of Gauntlgrim.
Orc army coming soon.
I'm sorry, what? They look at each other.
As I said, we need to talk to the king.
Orc army! Oh, this is grave news. I thought we'd be
Friends.
friends. This is above my pay grade. I think the king's
This
been
is why
expecting
we
you.
need to talk to the king.
You're late as fuck, by the way.
Oh my goodness, I am. The messenger just got to me.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I roll deception instead?
Yes.
Clearly lying. 24.
I understand those damn messengers seem to get lost in the sauce sometime. All right,
Well.
you may pass. What does the rest of your comrades look like so we can let them through?
Well, I can tell you what they sound like. I look over at Cora.
She's gonna, well, actually, she can disguise self. She's gonna disguise self as every person. Boom, 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 and then like say their names as their
Like, hi, I'm Lucius.
yeah.
Lucius,
Like,
cool.
yeah, exactly. Like the power of friendship. Like it's just like all like that. Blah, blah. Yeah.
Yes.
This is just a fighting game selection as you're
Yeah.
cycling
Oh
through.
yeah,
Exactly.
do you do their idol pose?
Like idle animations.
Oh my god.
Like one of those Korean MMOs where they come into frame, do some crazy acrobatics, and land in their fighting pose with their weapons
And then
drawn.
say their voice line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do that.
Give me a performance with advantage.
We all need to come up with our idle animation fighter poses now.
Can
Yeah, what's your
we-
And
guys'
your voice line.
catchphrases?
I feel like Kothar would be like kind of leaning back and like doing the butt pose that girls on Instagram do, where they're like,
Okay, come on. Not that bad. Come
Okay,
on.
I got a 13 with advantage.
so you get really into it, but maybe like by the time you get through all 4 of them. They look a little bored, and they're like, all right, we got the picture. There's other things that people that need seeing. And they like tap their pikes, and the doors slowly open. One goes in. Oh wait, do you guys have a group name or something?
BFF would be fine.
All right. BFF has entered the throne room. Make way for BFF.
And we, I walk in with like my shoulders back, and like the dwarves, when they're trying to look important, they have a longer stride. J-Mitch, knowing this, is like, I want to pretend like I'm even more important and I'm above that. So he walks in a normal stride.
Just
Car
very...
skipping.
Let's see. I have a scene for this. Why does it not pause? Or like I cropped this where it's supposed to show up. You walk into the great throne room. All of the walls are gilded in stone, 5 stories tall. Great pillars lining the room, tile on the floor. It is extremely grand. At the end of the room is a great throne, and in the middle of the room is a long marble table with stone chairs pulled up to it. There's various scrolls and parchments and maps strewn across it. You see, sitting at the head of the table, a wise dwarf with a heavy crown on his head, and he's just kind of sitting there rubbing his chin, looking at what appears to be a map. Leaning over, pointing to the map, you see a well-dressed young halfling, kind of just like pointing and kind of like whispering low. You also see, sitting, kind of looking concerned and stroking his beard, a armored human who looks about like middle-aged. He's wearing a paladin's attire. Across from him is a very young and spry moon elf who's dressed in great finery, just kind of leaning back with a little smirk, just kind of like looking kind of bored. You also see a young shield dwarf dressed up in a scout's attire with a tabard of what some of you might recognize as the Emerald Enclave. You also see a woman dressed in all black leathers with daggers at her side, leaning with her arms crossed against one of the pillars, just kind of looking over at everything.
I think I speak for all of us when I say we need a little bit more information about the hot woman.
The leathers.
The leather
In
woman.
particular, I think J-Mitch has to know how dangerous she looks.
J-Mitch is like, as soon as he walks in, his normal gait like pauses and he freezes and he's just like, they're all so dangerous.
What's their like CR level?
You see,
His cheeks get rosier than normal.
yeah, the woman in leathers who's just kind of watching. You notice that a oh shoot, what did
Human?
what did it end up? No, not a. She's a human. Okay, nobody say anything. I have to ask a random person a question, but I don't want to spoil anything. So I'm just going to DM one of you really quick, and then just quietly, don't be obvious when you type back, please.
Everybody pretend to type so it doesn't look obvious.
Yeah, everyone just like stare down at your
Kyle
keyboards.
vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody just do it. Everybody go tap 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 tap. Everyone pretend. Everyone pretend.
Sounds like One Night Werewolf when you're just all trying to tap on the tables that nobody knows
I
what's
have
going
that.
on.
Okay.
Da 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 da. Okay, got it. Thank you. Okay. as she's leaning against the pillar, suddenly she kind of leans to her side, and from the other side of a pillar, a similarly dressed form slithers into view, wearing the same tabard. A Yuan-Ti whispers
What?
something in her ear
Hot.
and looks up at J-Mitch and Cora as they enter. And she looks and she turns and kind of regards you guys. She kind of smiles and then leans back to the Yuan-Ti, whispers a few things, and then speaks up. Your Majesty, your guests decide to finally arrive. Brunor looks up. Well, it's about damn time. Get in here.
I walk in and would I know like what the procedure is for like walking into the king? Like do I bow? Do I salute? Is there like what do dwarves normally do?
So Brunor is fairly casual, but you still know like you give him like a bow, you know,
Yeah,
to just be
like,
very polite.
What's the proper
Like he's not
maybe
a weird like dictator where he's like kiss my ring, child. You don't have to sit there and like kiss up to him, but politeness and respect would be appreciated.
Mm-hmm. So like yeah, I walk up to the table and like do a very curt and very direct bow to him. Like I square my shoulders off to him and like I do the bow and I go, my apologies, my apologies, my lord. Do I say my lord,
Sire.
king? Yeah,
Not
my
lord. Lord
apologies.
is lesser.
I say my
Sire or your
apologies,
grace.
sire. My apologies, sire. The messages must have gotten mixed up. I came as soon as I heard.
He's leaning forward and he kind of like waves a, all right, your bow was noted. He goes, well, you have come back from the Underdark, I guess. You're a little jet lagged. Wait, jet lagged wouldn't make sense. You're a little travel lagged.
Yes, the famous saying known as
travel-lag.
travel-lag, of course. That's what I am.
All right, well, we'll get this going. We've been waiting a bit. I'm sorry, but all the refreshments have been all but consumed. And he gestures, and there was a whole buffet table that has like only the scraps left over of what everyone was like not that interested in eating.
Cries in Anazira.
Yeah.
But
She's actually just in the corner, scarfing down food.
oh, are the rest coming? By the way, I
Yes.
I think you guys got like about 5 more minutes before you guys arrive.
J-Mitch doesn't look towards the food. He just sits down and like is maintaining the like squared shoulders and directness towards the king, and he goes, speaking of the Underdark, there are reports that we must give to you, and dire warnings.
Yes, we'll get to
coming
that
from
in a
underneath.
second. Let me introduce you to my war council. Starting with this gentleman, and he points to the paladin. This is Sir Lana Verstrail. He is representing the Order of the Gauntlet. Very esteemed, prestigious, and a good friend, I might add. And he goes, "Thank you, my lord," or "Thank you, your grace." Sorry, not a lord. Sire.
Sire Grace. What's the world building name to say for this particular world?
And here is
It's
Morista.
Messiah.
Morista represents the Emerald Enclave, and also leads the Dwarven Shield Scouts that go into expeditions into the Underdark. Here we have Lord Erwin Hond, as he points to the elf, who here represents the Lord's Alliance. Very wealthy, I might point out. We have... Oh, this gargoyle behind me, he gestures to the woman in leathers, is Davra. She represents the Zentarim. And then, of course, and then he gestures to the halfling. Representing the Arpers, we've got Sir Devin Alton Chandler.
It's Devin Alton Chandler.
He goes, "Hello, nice to see you all." And he gives like a little bow. Devin's been telling me that the Harpers have been seeing some demonic activity in the Underdark. They've been wasting no time blocking off all the known entrances and exits from the surface world to the Underdark to try to keep things contained. But I have a feeling it is a temporary scenario. Oh, is that the rest of your friends? And then the rest of the BFFs are going to be showing up through the hall.
Yes. My name is Jamich Heavyhide. I hail from
Pattern
Gauntlgrim.
played this card, Lucius.
Since I was born here. This is my esteemed colleague and partner in crime, Cora.
Cora smells.
Not real at crime. It's just a saying. And this is Lucius. This is Nakul. This is Kothar, and this is Yoslin. They were all trapped in the Underdark when I went down there, and they all have a unique perspective on the situation.
Lucius, you have Mind Reader.
I have mind reader. I'd like to read what the king is thinking.
All right. Surface level thoughts. Brunor seems politely impatient and seems like he's a bit fatigued of all of the bombarding of news, of Underdark news, but is willing to hear what you gotta say. But he doesn't seem that like he doesn't have like the energy you were kind of expecting.
We I just continue. We have personally seen a two-headed ape creature destroy multiple towns in the Underdark, as well as some sort of mushroom thing. We believe that these are demons of very high caliber that are, for some reason, joining up into the Underdark to lay siege on the surface world.
They're in the Underdark, you say? That seems like an Underdark problem to me.
Well,
Only
will
until
be,
it's
and
united. Once they're done with it, they're gonna come up here.
I mean, the Underdark is a very, very large place. I mean, and then he looks at the rest. Friends, I would like to have a word privately with the BFFs.
Mm-hmm.
Please. And then he nods, and all of them kind of like nod towards him and start to vacate the room. Davra kind of like pauses for a second, makes eye contact with you all for a second, and then turns away and like slinks out of the room with her little Yuan-Ti buddy.
Does the Yuan-Ti have a name?
Someone send me a secret DM, please.
If not plot relevant, then I don't need to know.
He was not introduced.
Snake. Half snake.
Yeah.
Snake legs. His name was not introduced.
And then, would you mind going back over so I have...
Everyone's name?
Yeah, so I have, like, the elf.
Okay.
Well, actually, I don't know if you have the name of the elf
Yeah.
from the Lord's Alliance.
His name is Lord E-R-A-V as in Victor, I-E-N as in Nancy, space H-A-U-N as in Nancy, D as in dog.
Okay.
Eravane Hond.
And then
oh, sorry, go ahead.
so I have the woman in leather, the Yuan-Ti, the halfling Devin Elton Chandler, and who were the other ones you mentioned before that?
The dwarf woman who is with the Emerald Enclave is Morista, M-O-R-I-S-T-A, M-A-L-K-I-N, Malkin, Morista Malkin. And then the paladin guy with the Order of the Gauntlet, is Sir Laniver, Lanniver, Strayl, Strayl. He's like an Uther Lightbringer looking motherfucker.
As they all walk past, can I do like a general like check to see which one is like, which one would be the most powerful, which one would be the most dangerous?
As you look through them, they all look like they are dangerous in their own right, but you get strong vibes from Sir Lannister, not Lannister, Laniver. Sounds like Lannister. Sir Laniver, and you don't know if Davra, how like, not so much her physical power, but she looks like someone who would be willing to go pretty far to get what she wants, even if it means some dark shit.
Mood. Okay. Devin Alton Chandler doesn't even register. Sounds good. Poor little buddy. Okay. Right.
Sorry, was that a fishing for how strong is Devin Alton Chandler?
Yeah,
I don't know what level he was. What level was Devin Alton Chandler last time?
I think he was level 11 last time.
Oh
shit!
That
was long ago.
Devin looks like he could beat you one-on-one.
In a wrestling match. Amazing.
I forget what was he a bard?
Devin Alton Chandler was a arcane,
trickster, arcane trickster. Gotcha. Okay.
Yes. So half caster.
I just feel like he wouldn't want you to know that he was dangerous. He just kind of.
Yeah, I would have no idea who he is. But yeah. Okay. J. Mitch just goes, I cannot overstate the importance that the Underdark in and of itself will not be able to stave off this threat. We need a unified front in order to eliminate this threat for everyone.
J. Mitch Heavyhide, son of Gauntlgrim, I appreciate your forthcoming. I appreciate your planning ahead. I recognize that it could definitely be a problem if demons are running around in the Underdark, but I'm sure you know that there are troubles here in Gauntlgrim that are quite urgent, and I can't spare a force. I can give you supplies, I can give you rations, I can give you new equipment, but that is as far as I can lend my assistance. We have elemental attacks, we have cults. This has been chaotic, and this is just not good timing.
I cannot think of any sort of scenario where a demon incursion would be a good timed thing.
I understand, son. I really do. But when you're the king, you have to make decisions, and right now, all of my forces are currently tied up. I'm very sorry.
I am a child of Gauntlgrim, sire. I do not mean to speak over you.
As you're speaking, you hear a voice in your head. Someone is casting message on you.
Okay.
You hear a voice. We've been trying to convince this man all day. If you are going into the Underdark, meet us at the Great Forge. We will give you reinforcements.
I hear that, and I like don't break pace though, and I keep talking as like it was like a not heard thing. Because I feel like Brunor Battlehammer doesn't have a lot of like magical things to stave off magic in his place. I feel like he's very much martial and not very spellcastery.
Yeah. He just kind of sees you kind of like
Yeah. I like look into the corner for a second, like I'm trying to find my words, and just go, I'm a child of Gauntlgrim. I grew up here. I learned to be a chef here. I can't imagine what the world would be like without Gauntlgrim. And if we don't focus on this as being a primary threat, then there won't be any cults. There won't be any elementals to be rid of.
Unfortunately, son, there's no proof that the two are correlated, and I have to deal with what we're dealing with. Again, I will outfit you. I will send you off with supplies, with maps, but that is as far as my hospitality can grant, and I actually have a meeting in the next 5 minutes. You would have had more time if you were on time. But here we are, and I bid you good luck. My quartermaster will be reaching out to you and getting you set up. Anyways, and he like claps his hand.
We should probably also let you know there's a whole bunch of people coming to this town to aid us already.
The gate guards already know.
Well, the gate guards get permission from me. Who's coming?
We have tribes from the Orcish lands. It's going to be the most concerning, but they're friendly, I assure it. On my name. We have paladins, we have clerics from all different places coming around to unify with the citizens of Gauntlgrim against this Underdark incursion. It's not Gauntlgrim versus the Underdark. It is the surface.
Then I will make sure they also have the rations that are required. Anyways, I have a meeting and I really hate to cut this short. But again, you are 3 hours late.
Jamich stands up, which doesn't make a difference in his height, and takes like the same courteous bow and goes, "My king, we will take any services that you can offer." And I kind of give everybody like a telling look, like that's the best we're gonna get. And I walk out.
Cora bows at the king.
As he looks at you and bows back, you can tell that he's kind of like bummed that he can't offer you more assistance, and it feels like, you know, he would if he could, but I've got like important shit. And he looks like he hates having to say no, but here we are. He's not unkind, but he does seem a little busy because everyone wants to make a petition to the king.
Nikul is the last one out after everyone, but he's going to walk up to the king and sort of very friendly, very familiarly reach up and pat him on the shoulder.
He looks at you, like narrowing his eyes, trying to decide how he knows you, because it's very familiar, but he's kind of like...
Blade scales are coming.
Blade scales? Dagestan, is that you?
Hamish walks in and he goes, Nikul, I'm so sorry, sire. I didn't realize that I had straggler. Come on, don't do this in front of the king. You're embarrassing me.
Nikul pats him one more time and then starts like jogging after Hamish.
He like kind of stares back, like almost like he's now thinking to himself, and he starts like stroking his beard knowingly. And then you all leave.
As soon as we are out of the earshot of the throne guards, the throne room guards, and any other guards that might be listening in, I tell them the message that I got. I'm like, apparently there's, I think the really sexy leather pants lady in the throne room wants to meet with me in the forge. Well, all of us, but she sent the message to me.
Sexy pants lady. She has like the scrunch butt pants, obviously.
Yeah.
The TikTok pants.
Yeah, the TikTok
the TikTok butt crack pants.
Exactly. I think they wanted to lend their services, and we should get as much help as we can get, because it doesn't sound like we're going to get a single dwarven soldier on our cause.
Do you think we should try and see if there's anything we could do quickly to get the aid? Like, deal with the cultists or the elementals?
Anything that the king hasn't already eradicated, knowing Brunor Battlehammer, is going to take a lot longer than it will to just go down to the Underdark and handle the situation. If Bruenor Battlehammer hasn't already eliminated a threat in this town against the citizens, it's because it is deep-rooted and will take more than a quick mission to be rid of.
What if make deal or make promise? King helps send support to help in Underdark, and after Underdark, we come back and help his problem.
I think that is a very noble cause. I know that my most persuasive tactics was not able to sway the king's favor. I think our best bet is to go down into the forge with Hot Pants Lady and talk to her there and go try to find our next steps. The king might not be able to offer us aid, but there are many factions within Gauntlgrim that might be able to lend a hand.
They are independent from the dwarven royalty, so it would be best if we could garner help from them as well.
Yes.
Would any of you be familiar with factions such as Emerald Enclave, Lord's Alliance, Order of the Gauntlet? This is like Forgotten Realms stuff, so you're like, they're not specific to Out of the Abyss. They kind of are like cross adventure. Do you think any of your characters, I feel like Nicole might have some experiences, but like, would you have heard of any of these before, so I can give you like a little insight as to like the factions' personalities, what their goals are?
I mean, assuming that, well, I know about the Order of the Gauntlet, but since it is paladins, I feel like all the paladins would kind of know each other.
Okay, so I think Kothar would know about them too.
Kind of
I feel like Yasna might barely know about
What,
the
JTC?
Harpers. That's it.
What, JTC?
I feel like he'd probably know them like kind of in a vague passing, but he wouldn't like know too much in depth about them.
Okay.
You know, like a vague.
You
know,
know, the Order of the Gauntlet is like a order, it's a very tight-knit group of crusaders who specifically root out evil, like demons and devils and stuff like that. They are extremely like honor bound, but they're very close. Like members of the Order of the Gauntlet treat each other like siblings. It's very like fraternal, like it's like a fraternity. It says the Underdark has always been a proving ground for candidates in that order, as well as a frequent destination for veteran paladins, monks, and clerics looking to smite evil. So they're definitely badasses. They are quite martial, and they're very serious. They're also very, very, like, lawful good. So, like, if they ever noticed one of you doing something, like, shady, neutral, or even evil, they would not take kindly to that at all. You kind of... Oh, go ahead, Lucius.
I think Lucius would have just maybe heard them by name, but not actually know.
Yeah, you would. I don't think any of you would know any individuals. Maybe Nicole has run into a few of them in another life, because they've been around for a while.
The only thing that I don't know if Nicole would know is if he knows of the Zentharim at all.
The Zentarum?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think any of you would know about the Zentarum. That would be completely a mystery to all of you.
And that's where that's where those two came
Hot
from.
Pants Lady.
Yeah, Hot
Yeah,
Pants.
it's Hot Pants Lady and
Yeah.
Snake Boy.
Wasn't there mention of Fritz last time as well?
Was there?
Yes, he's
What was
friends
that?
with King Bruenor.
Oh yeah, he is friends with. He was in the party
Yeah.
of King.
He's
Bruno.
not in Gauntlgrim at all, though. He's not
No.
like related to this.
That's literally the only person who Yaslan would have heard of from anywhere up here.
Would
So-
would Yaslin have heard of the party, the adventuring party that Dritz traveled with?
I would think that her mentor probably would have given stories to the town about that.
Oh, then you
But
would
she
have totally known who
maybe it's
Bruenor
just-
Battlehammer was.
Okay.
It would have been pretty like, whoa, I heard of this guy. I think you also would have heard of the Lord's Alliance. J. Mitch might have, and Nicole definitely would have. Kothar, maybe. It's a political and economic coalition of cities spread through the north and the Sword Coast. The alliance owes its success to effective cooperation and diplomacy between its members who work to align their separate settlements towards mutual purpose. This cooperation is easier during times of crisis, making them a powerful force when threats required a united front. The agents of the Lord's Alliance work to maintain a delicate network of information and diplomacy. So they're like the social, diplomatic, political group. The Alliance has noted how many Underdark sites near their settlement gone. Okay, sorry, that's spoiler stuff. Okay, and then the Emerald Enclave, you guys would know, is like, it's like PETA, but for nature in general.
So I'm trying to figure out if Cora might be a little bit familiar. So she is from Southern Faerun, which I was just reading without spoilies. Emerald Enclave is like from Waterdeep, which I think is also on the Sword Coast.
Yeah.
So she might have maybe heard of them.
Okay. They are spread far and wide across the Sword Coast and the North. They usually operate in isolation, relying on their own abilities and instincts to survive, living deep in the wilderness. They're like scouts and druids. And they don't really spend any time in the Underdark because it's out of their realm. It says some members of the Enclave engage with the people of the world as protectors, emerging from the wilderness to help others survive its perils. Some are charged with defending sacred glades, preserving nature's balance. At all times, however, all members of the orders are called together to combat foes great enough to disrupt or destroy the natural order. So they are just interested in keeping nature balanced. They're actually they're allied with the Stoneheart Enclave, and you guys did do work with the Stoneheart Enclave. The Sigojin's temple and Smooth Hands temple, Calder and Smooth Hands temples were like aligned with them, and so I'd say the Emerald Enclave is like the overworld version, and the what did I say the other one was? The the other enclave is for underground. Sorry, there's too many enclaves.
I think Yaslin might have heard about them in some way as well, because Illustrate is allied to one of those gods. I can't remember which one.
Sigojin.
I think, yeah.
Calder and Smooth Hands, I think.
Yeah, Calder.
Stoneheart Enclave. Stoneheart is the underground one, and they definitely are allied with the Emerald Enclave. And
how many people would know about Harpers?
They're pretty secretive.
Is it like a secret organization? Secret. But is it like secretive in like the way that the Illuminati is secret, where it's like everybody knows the name, but nobody knows who's in the Illuminati?
I think that unless you've worked with them, they would be pretty like secretive.
Okay, so we just saw a short little halfling dude. Well, a normal sized halfling dude for everybody.
Yeah.
Just conferring with the king. Gotcha.
Yeah. Don't worry, you might talk to him again later.
Okay.
For those of you who are wondering what the fuck is going on with Devin Alton Chandler was Buff's PC in the first D&D game I ever played in.
Yeah.
And
he means a lot to me.
He was secretly a Harper for like half the campaign, and then came out as a Harper, and we were like so confused. It was really funny.
Yeah, I was pretending to be our fighter's like biggest fan in order to gain favor with the party, because he was really supposed to be the party leader. But in all actuality, I would write notes to my brother every night. They're like, this is what I did on my adventures today. It was really fun. But really, I was writing to the Harper informant, and I was like informing them on all of the ongoings that the party was doing.
Dude, we were all bamboozled. It was so funny because he was like, Ragnar, I'm your biggest fan. And Ragnar was like, of course you are, because I have lots of fans. Like, it was so funny. Yeah. It was so funny. Anyways, you all hop in a mine cart.
Harper Spy.
You hop in a mine cart and you arrive in the Great Forge. The Great Forge, it takes a while to get there. You all sit in a minecart going through the air, through caves and caverns, through the Iron Tabernacle, which is another second enormous cavern the size of a couple towns, surface world towns, except this is more of like the spiritual center for the dwarves. It is a little bit more rundown. It's definitely not in the best shape it's been, but you notice that all of the railroad tracks kind of all come through to this place where switching stations are set up to send you off to the Great Forge, about half a mile south and several hundred feet deeper than the tabernacle.
Okay, but I just thought of something really adorable.
Welcome to
Do you
Gringotts.
think that Cora, and I'm asking this to Elephant, do you think that Cora would like put her wings out and pretend like she was flying while the cart was like driving down like a roller coaster?
You're muted.
I can picture Lucius like holding her up,
Yeah.
like from her belly, like underneath, and like her
Yeah.
arms are- yeah.
As Lucius
And then he
is
gets
doing
ants
that-
all over his hands.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah,
ants
Dorito dust.
ants are flying into his face.
It's like,
Lumi, who has actually recently sprouted a pair of wings, is also going, and Shiny is also going.
As we get to the forge, I say, "Make me pretty," and I slap the glamour again. And instead of like making me pretty, it Sailor Moon transforms me into what looks like a forge worker, which is just like heavy leather apron, blacksmith garb, and like coal.
If this
soot
was an
raked against my
MMO, you're the one that
feet.
has all the transmogs for.
Yeah, I have all the transmogs, absolutely. And then I send a sending to this girl. Then I'm like trying to imagine what she looks like, but all I can remember are the leather pants. And so I just send a message to
her butt.
to her butt. Yeah, basically, just like, we're in the forge. Let us know where to go from here.
I know he hears a
Right
thought.
there.
Yeah. And then because there's 25 words, she continues to hear, "Yes, I'm talking to Hot Pants Lady." No, she hasn't replied yet. We'll let her know. Oh, I think this has gone on for too long.
You hear back, meet us at platform 252.
Okay,
9 and 3
guys, good news. They're at platform 252. We're at platform 52, so we're very close. Just 200 platforms to go. And they're all up 200 stories, so we gotta...
Because is there like lava beneath us?
Okay, so
Yeah.
so as you enter the forge, you notice there are several big platforms with catwalks across them that are crisscrossing with pipes going in and out and everywhere. And down, as you look down, you realize about 400 feet below you is a great pool of lava. In the center of that pool is an even hotter bit of lava. And it almost looks like a form of a creature that is the size of a building is kind of in a fetal position under the lava. You can kind of see like their outline, like it almost looks like water, like you're looking through water. And this glowing form is just kind of like cradled in a fetal position, just kind of floating in there. J-Mitch, you would know, as you notice everyone looking down and kind of like, you would know that what they're looking at is the form of Megara, an ancient and powerful fire elemental that has been bound and is being kind of constrained and kept in a magical slumber, and that is what fuels the entire forge.
I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah,
You don't know.
Yeah, J-Mitch hasn't said anything yet.
I haven't said jack shit about
Would you like?
I don't think I would say anything. I
mean,
don't think I would
that's-
know to say anything.
That's like typically like when you're giving the tour, like, and that's where
Yeah.
Megara is.
Yeah, it would be so normalized to J-Mitch, this like free forced labor about this person in a perpetual sleep, that it would be like saying that there's stone on the wall. Like, there's
I mean,
no.
everyone's looking down at it like, what the?
Yeah.
So I think you would know that they're surprised
yeah,
by it.
in that instance, I'd be like, I would, point down and be like, yeah, that big lump that looks like a person sleeping actually is, and that's Megara. I believe it's a huge fire elemental. We're not really sure what, but it has enough power to power all the forges here, and they're largely responsible for all of the inner workings of these railings and weaponry that you see in the Gauntlgrim.
So you have a giant fire elemental here, but you also have troubles with elementals? I wonder if there's any connection there.
I don't know. It's the king's job, really.
Which way is the platform?
200 floors up.
Well, you hop in you're still in your little cart. You come to a changing station, or a switching station. The dwarf there asks where you're headed. You let him know.
252.
He does. There's like a whole contraption of like levers, and he's like, and then he like slaps the back of the mine cart. I feel like there's like 2 of you per minecart, so there's like 3 of them all like doot, 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 and you all just start heading down.
Stack, yeah.
The further down you go, the hotter it gets. It's pretty fucking toasty in here, and you finally arrive at platform 252, which is where we are on the map. You see a couple platforms, you see a couple catwalks, and you just see a bunch of dwarves just walking back and forth. Some are working at the smelters, some are working everywhere, and again, leaning up against the railing very dangerously, like not even like the fall to the lava is right behind her, and she's just leaning against the rails on her elbows, just kind of like checking her nails. That took a while.
Right. We just, didn't know where you were. There's a reason that the Featherfall spell exists, and I don't have it anymore. I hope somebody from your party does, in case, not that we're going to push you, but it's pretty precarious. I should stop talking.
You're going back into the Underdark, are you not?
It's the plan.
Well, we've been trying to convince the king to send armies, and he's just busy dealing with whatever kings deal with. We're willing to assist you for a fee, of course.
And what is this
What fee?
An equal share of any treasures that you find.
Insight check.
Cora like narrows her eye.
Go ahead and roll your insight. Holy
Natural
shit.
20.
Oh my god.
Okay. She's being dead ass serious.
Okay.
She seems very interested in going down there and support. She also kind of smiles and says, "A little bird told me you were looking for Graven Hollow."
Cora
you
never
that.
say that.
Yeah, we all look at Cora.
Yeah.
We're like, who the fuck are you? Who are you talking
Cora
to?
never say that.
Cora, how could you be just talking to any random...
Stop talking to people on the street. We warned you about this.
There's stranger danger,
Stranger
dude.
danger.
Say
Stranger
that.
She kind of chuckles and she says, "Don't worry, not your little bird. I would never presume to call a most esteemed and honorable Kenku a bird anyway. It's not like she has wings."
Damn.
Nicole kind of walks forward and like slightly pushes her on the shoulder just gently.
Like shoulder checks?
Yeah, like
She kind of like
Okay.
pushes back and she
Okay, we don't
smiles a little
need to-
bit.
James gets it, tries to get in between them, and then realizes that he's completely outstrengthed in this
He's
matter.
just like,
As-
I
as
was
you-
like, hey guys,
Nicole's-
we need to focus on the demons. The demons are the issue, not each other.
Yeah,
okay?
as you
This is what
kind of
they
shoulder
want.
check her, she kind of pushes back a little bit and she looks up at you and smiles. "Easy, Scales. We're on the same side."
only
So-
as far as the demons go.
What are you if you want an equal share, you're going to put in equal effort
Let
and
me-
skill, I'm assuming.
Let me just make something very clear. You will not find Graven Hollow without the help of the Zentarim.
I look over to Cora, who can never get lost and has like a photographic memory of maps. I go, "Are you sure?"
The library is magically hidden. Without the
How-
proper tools, you
How
will
know
never
about
find
library? How know we go there?
We-
What other bird?
it. The Zentarim, the Black Network, is the most extensive and successful network of spies and mercenaries in all of Faerun. We have eyes everywhere, and we have a key to Graven Hollow.
Spies and
Yes.
assassins. Telling the truth now, are we?
I've never lied to you.
I just want to say, somewhere Devin Altland Chandler's like, as soon as she says like the most extensive network of spies, Devin Altland Chandler's like eye twitches a little bit when she says that.
This is like
Anyway.
the inverse. The
Yeah, yeah,
Zentarim
yeah.
is like the inverse of the Harpers.
Yeah, absolutely. Jamich goes, "We need all the help we can get. We don't mind people going and finding stuff that is to be found. What we do mind is people going down and stealing and looting.
We're not suggesting you steal or loot anything. We do know
We're
that there
talking
are
about
vast
when-
treasures in the Underdark. We're asking
when-
for an equal share.
I look at everybody, you know,
Come
I
now,
mean-
aren't you going to pay the rest of your soldiers, or are they here on charity?
My people are here on charity. We don't expect any money.
Oh, how...
Charity is a pretty nice lady, and she's providing a lot for the Force.
I mean, my brethren are volunteering to stop this world-ending event.
You are asking people to put their lives on the line, go into an alien place, and not even throw them a little bit of cash, or you're just going to keep it all for yourselves? That is the most
I never
selfish
said
thing I've
anything
ever
about-
heard of.
We never said anything about keeping it all to ourselves.
Then what's the problem? We just
There-
asked to be treated like equals.
You asked to be treated like mercenaries.
Yeah, that's what we are. What is the offense?
Well, are you equals or mercenaries?
How are mercenaries not equals?
Because we're better than you. No, I don't say that.
Well,
I-
our
Jam-
offer still
Jamich-
stands, but
Jamich like looks over, like, listen. It's not to say your offer isn't extremely valued. We just need to figure it out. If you are willing to lend aid, I'm sure any loot that you pick up while under there will go to you regardless of whether we have a say in it or not.
How much help can give?
we can get you to Graven Hollow.
How much forces are you willing to offer us? How many mercenaries?
I have a modest squad.
We also have a modest squad of 6.
I can
numbers.
provide. I'm getting there. So impatient, little one. I
Yes, he
brought
is.
with me. I've brought with me 8 mercenaries. I can send them with you. All of them know the way.
Oh, so they don't stay alive. I'm joking.
Lucius kind of leans into the group and goes, "How important is it that we get to this Graven Hollow?"
Very important.
Bravely important.
Graven
personally
Hollowly
feel-
important.
Yeah.
Brave and hollowly important. Okay.
I
Um,
personally feel
Hot
that
pants?
I
Hot pants.
Hot pants? Please name mercenaries.
Can you name all 8 mercenaries for
Yeah,
us, DM, please?
I can.
All of them?
Yes, I can actually. Their names are Nero Kelvin, Lenora Husker, Aliger Moonwhisper, Gorath Torn, Celira Danor, Primwin Hulk, Yandro Alethar, and Listris Ilgarn.
You sound very proud that you remembered all of those names.
Those
They're
names
all
mean
on my
nothing to
payroll.
us. They mean nothing to the party.
They're in the
No
book.
idea who they are.
They're named.
The only reason I
Okay,
saw it
okay.
was totally willing to
Guys,
do it.
guys. I know she's a spy and can probably overhear us, but can we just do a group meeting real quick?
Take your time. She gives you a little wink. I'll just be over there. And she's just gonna like stride like 20 feet away and then like lean over and just like look off into the distance with her like butt crack pants kind of like glinting in the firelight. The shine.
Definitely-
It's like really wet leather, by the way, like Catwoman.
The wet look,
What?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
wet leather.
no.
We definitely don't start talking until she's stopped moving.
Because every
She
time
just
she moves,
sways.
Just to make
She
sure
just-
that she's
she-
not overhearing.
Her booty just sways. She's like sway, sway. She kind of looks like now like for the first time I'm visualizing her, she definitely looks like Black Widow.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Not bad. James just like huddles up with the party and he just goes, "Okay, I know that I know these people don't necessarily seem like the most trustworthy, but we need all the help we can get, and the only thing I can think of is to maybe have one of their party members stay with us. That way, that we know that if they're up to no good, that at least we have a party member that they have with us, so that we can't really."
As you guys are deliberating, a big giant box, a dwarf holding a crate higher than his head, almost bumps into all of you. The crate kind of shoves into Nicole, and you hear like the rattling of glass inside. Oh, sorry. Wait, can you point me in the direction of? And Jamich, your heart drops as you hear that voice.
Arthur?
Jay. You
What are
see
you doing
you
down
see a little
here?
head pop out. What do you mean, what am I doing down here? This is where the glassworks is. And he
That
shoves-
Glassworks was on 150.
Oh, you've been gone for a while. We got moved down. There
Father,
was
can you
he goes on to elaborate. There's been a lot of quaking. Megra has been stirring, destroyed the entire glassworks. We had to move. Not that you care.
Lucius is just gonna reach down and grab the box from this guy and
Oh.
like, let me hold that for you.
Oh, fine.
Lucius, don't bother. He has a lot of weight on his shoulders. I'm sure a little more won't hurt.
What's that supposed to mean? And he
You know
like squares
exactly
off
what
with
that
you.
means. I square off with him as well. I'm like, you know exactly what that means.
Son, he says while looking at Lucius.
Father?
You can put. He wasn't even talking to you. He says it past you, but he points it at Lucius. Would you mind putting that box down? I can't afford to have another shipment destroyed this week.
Oh, that was a nice word. I haven't heard that one in a while.
Well, sure. And Lucius just kind of sets it on the ground.
As it sets on the ground, you hear a terrible rattling of glass, and you hear the sound of glass breaking.
Oh.
Ugh. For the love of Muradin's beard, and as he's trying to as you feel like, oh shit, suddenly all of the platforms start to quake violently. Everybody make a dex save.
Ooh.
Maybe they should pack their glass things better.
I don't
Is
know.
everyone within 10 feet of me?
I think so.
Do we all?
Yay,
Oh.
+3?
You all
Plus
get
three?
+4.
Ooh.
What are we making again?
Dex
Save.
save.
X save.
So we get plus.
Yeah, Angela falls in the lava.
Oh no.
Yaslin, you go falling backwards and you fly over the rail your foot hooking between the bars, and you are upside down hanging, and you turn and you look, and 300 feet beneath you is lava. All the dwarves around start yelling and running. Not again! Everybody strap everything down!
Lucius would like to reach and grab for Yaslin and pull her back up.
Mage hand to help
Also.
as well.
The 5 pounds
All of
of
us.
mage. You
yeah,
all
5
start
pounds of mage hand.
as you start here. I'm gonna actually move you guys to a more appropriate spot. I'd say you're all like right around.
Also, what role would I make to...
You don't need to. You're so big.
You are so big.
You are so big. That is not a roll. All the dwarves around you are running, and suddenly, out of these, on the platforms, these like bridges they look like they're made of metal, just like metal catwalks. There are like periodic grates where like the steam from below is able to kind of come through. You see materializing out of these vents 4 fiery figures that at first they just look like big blasts of flame, but then they coalesce and turn into vaguely humanoid figures. I'm gonna have everybody roll for initiative.
Am I back up on the
Yes,
platform?
you're
now?
up. You're up. You're up.
Oh, I'm so glad I have 10 toes on each foot. Probably would have fallen down.
Are we gonna
The gorillas
Cora,
are cursed.
add a
in.
d6 to your initiative roll. Thank you.
plus 6?
Yeah. Oh no, 1d6.
1d6.
Oh, 1d6.
Would I also roll a sleight of hand check
For
a
what?
previous conversation? I'd like to have Lucius slide his hand inside the crate and like steal a piece of glass before he set it down.
Yaslin's
Sure.
rolled
Oh.
double nat ones, by the way.
I'm so sorry, Aslan.
I got it's
Oh,
a
no.
24 then instead of a 19.
Okay,
for my
I'll set that up in a second. I'm just trying to.
That's why I'm laughing double nut once. That's
I
what it
know.
is.
You're just getting them out of the way.
Are we gonna
I-
take a little break here?
Yes, absolutely.
Mm.
I'm so.
I also
guys,
whip around to my father and I said, "Look what you've done now."
he's not even looking at you. He's looking at the elementals. He's like, here we go again.
Again, this is a normal thing here. It's like your rage is manifesting in ways you didn't even imagine.
Trust me. You have no idea. Let me get them all into combat. And then I guess your dad is going to be in combat too.
Cool. Can I push him?
The king might not be too thrilled with that.
Yeah, I know. King
Cora-
likes my dad.
Cora, what is your new initiative?
24, I think. 19 plus 5, yeah.
Okay.
Also, with a 16 guarantee, I would have stole a couple pieces of glass out of the box.
I feel like I don't even think you need a sleight of hand. No one was paying attention. You have so it's just a shard of glass. It looked like they used to be like it was like a whole shipment of like bottles, like beer bottles. Like these were made for a tavern, and you just pick up like a broken beer bottle.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm a prison shift.
Okay. Feel free to take a 10-minute break. I'm just getting everything situated. I'm gonna throw your dad here on the.
I'm gonna throw your dad right here.
Here is your dad.
Get him.
Boop. I'm gonna rename this combatant to what's his name again? Bart.
Bart. I don't know why that makes me laugh.
Just Bart.
Its name's Bart. It's Bartholomew, but everybody calls him Bart.
Bart. Your
Yeah.
mom called him Barty, baby.
Oh, cringe. But yes, accurate. All right, I'll be right back.
The real question is if you have an aunt named Lisa.
Is Barton? Oh. Yeah. Excellent. What's up, everybody? Oh, thank you so much for the raid. Master of Dungeons, welcome. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Out of the Abyss. We're just starting to take a 10-minute break because we're about to have some combat. We're about to have some combat. Thank you so much. How is everybody? Welcome to Out of the Abyss. How was your stream? Special shout out, by the way, to my beautiful mods. Flaza for doing all you do. Yeah, we're having, there's some family drama, there's some king drama, there's so much, there's a lot happening today. I am going to need some water here to refresh myself soon. And then maybe also go find a snack. So guys, I will be right back. Oh, Jesus.
Nice.
Thanks, Pooh. Why are you trying to scare me like that? Nice. Okay, I'm gonna get the map all cool. This map is actually 2 maps. I made the front part where where you see the lava was just bright green, so that I took it into Photoshop and masked it all out, and then I made a second map of the lava, and then I put them on top of each other and I blurred out the bottom to make it look like it's lava far away.
Very cool looking map.
Oh, that cat is so cute. Okay, I'm gonna go get a snack. I'll be right back.
What a wonderful looking kitty.
She is not having it. Yeesh. What is Lucius stealing glass for?
He may have thought it was like before Scarlet clarified about the beer bottles, he may have thought it was like wind-blown glass or something that was like pebble-like in a glass. But when he pulled it out and saw it was a broken bottle, and he was intending to give it to Cora because I don't know if she's had a shiny in a while. He was going to give her like this nice shiny piece of glass that was what he would thought was pebble-like, but oh well.
Oh, actually, I don't know if Cora has re-attuned items or not.
Oh, I don't know. Heck, we could have retconned it and made it so that Lucius pitching like the piece of glass into the lava caused this whole thing to start.
I'm just happy that I actually got to help everyone with my aura.
That is fantastic. I don't know if it really rescued my role, but it made it higher than it would have been.
It is just a nice thing. Because usually everyone is not that close to me.
It's true. Everyone's always sprawled across the battlefield. I tend to try and stay away from the battle so I can just, snipe shot everything.
Just launch what is equivalent to ballista shots at people, yeah. Go get a drink. Okay.
I need to message.
How was chat?
Chat is rioting.
Riot.
A very nice tribute to N0.
Mm-hmm. Alive and well. That's good.
Are you enjoying the non-nostalgic D&D session?
The non-nostalgic, is that what you just said?
Yes.
Yes. I mean, Bottled Flame. I mean, if it was Jamich and he was gonna throw it at his dad, it'd be super effective.
I don't know, maybe a cold one would throw a cold brewski at the elementals.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think these cards are great when they're like level, early level party members, but because we're level 9, the fact that
well,
you
the way that Scarlet has rewritten them is actually kind of nice, because it's just like, it's just straight up adds to your thing, it doesn't consume anything. Hi, Buff.
But like these
You are
bottled
muted.
lightning and things like that, they don't do enough damage to justify
I mean, it
using
can
them.
help.
It
It can help with, like, finding out if something is maybe
weak to that or something.
weak or strong against it. Because not everyone has access to those elemental spells
This
and
is
damages.
true.
But it's nice. We appreciate it.
Oh, I was muted. I can't wait to use Fireball on these guys.
Mm. I can't wait to swing my staff at them.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
It'll be
back
about
in,
as effective.
back in the start of WoW, they actually had mobs that were resistant to things as well.
Yep.
And so like, you wouldn't want to take a fire mage into Molten Core because they wouldn't do damage to anything.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Might wind up healing them.
Yeah, I can understand why they gave up on that, because they wanted people to be able to play what they want to play.
Mhm.
Although they still do it, the balance is still not good.
Balance will never be perfect.
My
It's all about how
friend-
you play the game.
My friend had timed really high level keys, right? Like 22s and so. She was still having trouble getting into 19s and 20s because of the class she plays.
Yeah.
Everyone just wants what is meta.
Yeah, that's the way in a lot of games. I've been yelled at in ESO quite a bit of like, why are you playing this? Or like, why are you running that? And like, does it matter to you? We're just running normal dungeons. It's not that bad.
Yeah. I normally play what's
Usually
meta
that's why
anyway because
just-
I prefer being good at games rather than like sucking at them, and I don't really care what path I choose to do that sometimes, as long as it's cool.
Yeah, I think it's better to just play what you have fun with, and that fun can be like, I'm good at the game because I use meta stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever
Well,
makes
the problem-
you enjoy it more.
That's why I
The
chose the
problem
super
in-
classic and overpowered Hill Dwarf Chef Bard.
Ah, yes.
the most overpowered class in Dungeons and Dragons.
The problem in World of Warcraft about playing what's meta is that a lot of people jump on that meta bandwagon and have no idea how to play it. So you have a massive range of, like, usually the top specs have like the best and the worst in terms of the scale of what they do. Because people are just like, okay, I'm going to play this spec because it's the best, and then they just suck at it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like sort of like that in Path of Exile, but also Path of Exile is really, really punishing in that even if you follow a build to the T, if you don't like manage your own items and stuff, you will still absolutely fucking die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I liked playing Path of Exile until I actually had to like try, and I was like, oh.
I remember when we played a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. I looked at like that skill tree, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
It's intimidating.
It is incredibly intimidating, but it's
like,
a lot of fun.
My brain's small. Me no comprehend.
Yeah, I will give the same piece of advice. I know you're not going to play it again, but if you're just getting into Path of Exile and you just want to like see how the gameplay is, follow a guide. Because you can start like it's so much stuff going all at once that it's going to be overwhelming if you're first getting into it. And then once you get into it, then you can start like tweaking like, okay, I don't actually like how that feels. Now that you have an idea of like what you can do, that's how you do it.
Have any of you played?
What did I play in Poe? Was it a witch? I don't remember.
Probably.
It's been so long.
I love Poe.
I was just talking about how when I first played with Kretsu like a long time ago, and I opened up the skill tree, I was very scared.
Oh yeah.
It's bigger now.
Right. It's I was scared too. Then that's when I was like, you know what, I'll just go look at a guide and see one that someone else has already built for me. Because I don't think it's meant to be explored. I think it's like people who like to experiment can experiment, and the rest of us can just be like, thanks for doing the work for us.
Yeah, and I was saying, like, yeah, if you want to just get started, just follow a guide until you're comfortable with the game, and then you can start building your own stuff.
Yeah, because this is the issue. When you're starting a game like that, you really don't know what the weight is between stats. You don't know, is bleed really strong? Is having high defenses better? Or do you want to go all, like, you don't have a vibe or a feel, so you can't know what is good and not good until you've actually played a little bit and familiarized yourself with it.
Yeah, don't know now you know.
Did you know that they
arrived?
Oh wow!
Nice.
Starfinder.
Yay! Is it easy to switch between Starfinder and Pathfinder? Is it similar rules, or is it
1E? Yes.
It's Paizo's.
Not 2E.
It's 1E, not 2E.
Oh, it's 1E Pathfinder.
Yeah, Starfinder is more closely related.
Oh, they don't have a Starfinder 2E yet.
I was looking up broken builds for Pathfinder, and I learned that there's not as many broken builds as much as they are annoying the GM builds.
I mean, wait.
I'm not gonna use those builds because that would be really annoying to like
GM
give to an audience as entertainment value of just like, but it's essentially there are a bunch of like feats and archetypes you can take to like make the DM describe stuff in the room that might be suspicious or tell like a secret of investigation that they would want to keep secret, but like the feat says you have to tell them. It's like,
oh, so I'm the kind of GM that would literally hand wave it and say, "Sorry, you're not ruining my story."
I have that feat on Karst.
It's like five feats in a row. So like every time there's a combat or every time you walk into a room, I'm like, these 5 things I need to know. So it's like basically a fuck you to the GM.
There's one
like super annoying.
God. There's one really I don't really know if it's a notorious feat, but in first edition Pathfinder, there's a feat called Sacred Geometry, where essentially if you can basically do math and prove that this would do X amount of damage, but it's like some really complicated thing, you can like say this does a bunch of damage. And the thing is that the GM has to say, show your work, follow your work. But at that point, I think most people would just say, don't take that feat. If you do, I'm gonna kick you out of my table.
I left you a message, Scarlet.
Okay. No, we're gonna say I haven't had a chance. We're gonna say when your NPC meets back up with you, that's gonna be what you take into the Underdark with you. So he's going on a mission. All clear. We'll have a little segment to catch everyone else up on that. Sorry, this week I'm very behind. I
There's
just
a
looked at
Prime
Eliphane's messages. So the first message, I think that's actually, and I'm gonna play with that. If you would like to have more input, just reach out and we can workshop that. If you want to just let me handle it.
I want it to just be in your hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might ask you more questions about your backstory that I might have forgotten, just to clarify. So maybe just like remind me what your scenario was before you got captured. Just everything we know up to that point, and that way I can then not like, so I can do it. So send that to me next week. And that picture is making my heart explode, and I can't wait until Leo plays with me.
I will say that
is that a picture of your nephew? You have to show everybody, not just Scarlet. That's not fair.
No, you can't show everybody.
No, not everybody, just us.
Maybe.
Okay.
What?
I don't like putting children who aren't mine on the internet. So
agreed 100%. Not for chat
totally
eyes.
But I had a question for Cora.
Yeah.
Does Cora have 3 attuned items already?
Yep.
Okay.
Let me double check if.
Nobody asked if Jameich ever has 3 attuned items.
If you have something in mind, there might be something that like I don't really use. That I could partner.
I have one which is only available for clerics and paladins. And now that you're a cleric, you could have it if you wanted it, but also you don't need it if you don't.
What is it?
Gotcha.
It's Guardian's Emblem.
What does that do again?
It's the thing that can, I think it's like 3 times a day. You can
negate crits.
Yeah, you can. If a creature within 30 feet of you suffers a critical hit while you're wearing the armor or wielding a shield with the emblem, you can spend your reaction to expend 1 charge and turn the critical hit into a normal hit.
I can't believe I just realized I'm my 3rd item. Like,
my God. Why are you still giving us items that stop crits from happening?
This was way back when.
I got fucking tricked.
Got bamboozled.
I'm not going to introduce adamantine. I didn't know that that's what adamantine armor did. I had no idea. I would have not made it available.
Yeah.
It's too late.
Like such like minor things.
No, it's not.
Crits are such a minor.
That's not true.
That's
not true.
Satisfying.
That is not true. That is double damage.
No, crits are really.
They are a
double
huge
damage,
deal.
but also there are items that are effective on crits, which I think that negates those too.
So I'm just saying, I'm not taking it away from you guys, but in future games, that's going to be like end game armor. Like,
no, that totally should be end game.
That
armor.
should have been like level 15. I just didn't know. I didn't fucking know. I've gotten completely like as a DM, I'm not good with the magic items because I haven't played long enough to know all the magic items.
You can play JT.
I only
I
just
didn't
remembered
think
about
adamantine
this
armor was
item.
going to be that powerful. I was like, hey, it's a non-magical item
can
that doesn't take a slot. So you know what? I'll just take it.
There's
It helps me beat.
I know. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
3,000 plus gold.
Wait, what?
What?
It's really expensive.
How did you afford it? How much did I say it cost?
He had a shit ton of money.
30,000?
Okay, I had a shit ton of money. No, 3,000 plus.
Oh, 3,000.
Yes,
But
3,000 plus the cost of the armor.
I did not pay 3,000, and I'm like 98% certain that's because it wasn't that price here in Foundry.
Foundry prices aren't canon. I don't know who put them there. They're kind of weird. They're very like, but also this is why I like Pathfinder. It actually lists the prices for items. Like Pathfinder's items is so much better for the DM. I hate how items are in, like, I don't fucking know. Anyways, I'm learning so much. It's okay. This is my first big campaign, so I learned lots of things.
Charlotte's just happy she one-shot me on Thursday. It's fine.
Did I one-shot you? Oh yeah, I did.
You one-shot me straight up.
That was so fun. I got to actually push you guys and not feel guilty about it because then you guys would just have to reroll characters.
Yes.
Sorry, it's not 3,000. It's 3,000. It's 2,000 plus if you want to get plate armor because it's 1,500 for plate armor for some goddamn reason.
We have got a lot of gold because like Yaslin at the moment has 2,600 gold.
Well, now
there are
that's
some
fine,
magic
but, like,
items
this
that are
was
like 15,000 gold. What, Lucius?
I don't have Dawnbringer in my inventory.
Oh, let me give it to you. I think you have to be attuned to Dawnbringer, so make sure you swap that around, and then we can assume that you just did that overnight. Let's see. Hold on, I gotta move it from... Where did I put it? Should I give you all of Anazira's magical items?
I don't know. Sure.
She has, well, one's a tattoo. You can't have that. Two's a tattoo. Oh, she just has a bunch of tattoos.
That's fine. I have masquerade tattoo already.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. Thank you.
And she has something called Little Stick. And she has Dwarven Jorts.
Oh, that was
Yes.
way at the beginning.
That
The
is
dwarven
necessary
jorts.
for Lucius.
It is very necessary for Lucius.
God damn it. No wonder you fit in so well.
Don't forget the top that she had from Gaston.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gaston stuff.
I
Has she
think
just been
the
like
jorts-
taking clothing or items from every encounter we've had?
Pretty
Like
much.
taking
like
shirts
that.
and shit?
I think
Love
the
it.
Dwarven Jorts is actually from the very first fight where Hamish
Yeah.
died.
Yes, I think that was...
They were Hamish's shorts.
Oh no!
You just stole them from his body. Oh my god!
I don't think, because James came in right after. I don't think he would have allowed that. So I don't think.
No, it was
I think
from
it was
the
from the
Durgar.
Durgar, wasn't it?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready to fight some elementals?
Are we? Sure.
Cora.
Absolutely.
I'm
Cora,
still waiting, but I'm at the end anyway. So.
you see these fire elementals pop out of the steam vents. They are like...
Ah.
I was like, why are you in the air?
Yeah.
Cora jumps.
Cora's like, oh.
Okay, so they are surrounding us. How many are they?
4.
4.
Also, I'd like to point out that this catwalk is actually 5, 10, 15, 20 feet below you. And these are like, kind of like, hangy.
Stairs.
These are like...
I can only see 3. Am I blind? Oh,
There-
there's one on the other. I missed this one. Okay.
Yeah, there's one there,
Okay.
there.
Okey-dokey. And then this is J. Mitch's dad.
Mm-mm. J. Mitch's dad is right here.
You can hit him.
This guy is running.
Oh, gotcha.
You also hear a clattering on the track.
Okay.
Did it arise in such a clatter that we need to see what's the matter?
No.
Okay. Sorry.
No.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
That was a 55 feet.
Oh. JK. I think actually on my first turn.
You are slightly faster, yes.
Yeah, what is yours?
Yeah,
Runs.
let me just double check.
Sorry.
Increases my walking speed by 10 feet. 10 feet. Okay, so then I will have feet of movement. Where was I?
You're right there.
Okay. I will go. Do, 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 do. I don't know, man. Where do we hear noise on from?
You hear track sounds coming from this way.
That direction? Sure.
Is J. Mitch's dad named Bart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bart
Yeah.
Dwarf.
Yeah. Bart Heavyhide.
Bart. I love it.
I
Grim.
have
Yep.
one very quick question.
Yeah.
Are there railings here that would prevent me from pushing the elementals off the edge?
Elementals are made of pure fire. There are railings, but let me see if these guys are pushable. They're just fiery.
Is a 15 hit?
No. As you shoot, which one are you shooting? That one up there?
Yeah.
You shoot through it, and this thing is like living flame, and it's kind of hard to make out where its core, its physical form would be, and your arrow goes right through it.
Okay. Can I make an intelligence roll to? Is that just a miss, or do I think it might be immune to piercing damage?
It was a miss. You also get fire resistance. Thank you, Space Cowboy. Wow. So you get fire resistance for the rest of the fight. That hits.
Let's go.
That hits.
Okay. So
Would have been afraid of it.
an 11 plus Dread Ambusher 6.
There goes our Kenkus.
I'm gonna give Hunter's Mark it. And then one more attack.
And that's a miss.
All right.
But your second arrow buries itself in the center of this elemental, hitting what seems to be like a more solid core. It lights up a bit and makes a hissing shriek sound. Its flames roil up, and it looks pissed.
Okay, that's my turn.
Kothar!
Okay. If I stand, I can move there. If I stand here, am I on the tracks?
No, you are next to the tracks.
Okay, I'm next to the tracks. I'm also next to the vent, but not on the vent.
Right.
Okay. I'll stand here, face the elemental, and then I'm gonna cast Armor of Agathis on myself at 4th level.
Okay.
What is
That's a good call,
Sexy
Vigilante.
Pants doing?
Make a perception real quick.
What is who doing?
Sexy Pants.
Oh yeah.
Make a perception. Ooh, that's really
23.
high. At first, you look where she was. She's not there. Your eyes quickly start scanning the different catwalks. You see that she has dropped down to the catwalk below and is booking it in a direction. Just
Okay, Kothar makes note of it.
okay.
And the direction that she's going.
Right.
And that is my turn.
Excellent. Lucius.
Lucius is going to summon in Lumi. He's gonna be like, Lumi, assist us in our fight. And Lumi's gonna pop in. Right there.
There he is. Look at his new wings.
Oh, I want to see.
Updated token.
Aww.
What is He's going to cast Sanctuary on Lumi as a bonus action. 2.
Any... Okay, so they can't... If they attack Lumi, they're gonna have to attack something else. Okay.
Yes. And Lucius is going to...
Wait,
move over
question. Is
Sure.
summoning Lumi a bonus action?
Summoning Lumi is an action.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's your action and bonus action. Very good.
Correct. That is the end of my turn.
Okay. Does Lumi get to act?
No, well, Lumi can take a reaction. I cannot command Lumi because that takes a bonus action.
Got it. Okay. Can you make a move?
With Lumi?
Yeah, does he get to move freely, or is that also a bonus action?
That's a good question. Look that again. Features, straightforward. Okay. Also, he's a radiant crystal dragon.
Okay.
It can move and use its reaction on its own, so I will move him right there.
Okay.
And he will end his turn.
All right. It is this first fire elemental's turn. He sees Kothar.
Which one did Cora attack?
This one.
Okay.
The elemental's arm, in the shape of a scimitar, inflames. And then he makes 3 scimitar attacks against Kothar. Let's see. The first one, I think, misses. Yes, the first one misses. The second one gets a nat 20, but because Kothar is immune to fucking... I didn't think
a normal hit.
crits weren't a big deal. Crits are just not a big deal.
It's a normal hit, Scarlet. It's a 5% chance.
You know, yeah, it's just, that's...
Knock out 5%.
Listen, you can take it out on Ithriel next time, okay?
I will. Holy shit, that girl's getting spanked.
Why do you think I hide all the way in the back?
It's not gonna work. Okay, you're gonna take 6 slashing damage and 10 fire damage.
Okay, 11.
Are you resistant to fire?
I'm resistant, yeah.
Okay,
that's 11
so
total.
5, yeah, 11 total, and it's gonna make one more attack.
It when it hits me, my armor of Agathis like crawls up its scimitar and like envelops its body, and it takes 20 cold damage.
20 cold.
20 cold.
Okay. All right.
Does the cold damage seem to affect it anymore?
I actually just double checked that, and it does not. Its fire it takes it as normal. The fire is pretty powerful though. It is not dampered.
It's still 20 damage is 20 damage.
Yeah, 20 damage is 20 damage. Excellent.
That's
It tries
good
to make
damage.
another. It tries to make another slice at you and is unsuccessful. Jamich, it's your turn.
Jamich turns around and sees this guy viciously attacking one of his friends, and he says, "Not on my watch." And he turns around, distinctly. He turns. This is where his dad is, right?
Yeah, that's his dad.
Okay, so then he turns left the long way around instead of right, so he doesn't have to face his dad, and he casts Psychic Lance on this biggity bad fire elemental over here.
All right, cast your psychic lance at the biggity bad.
All right, has to make a intelligence saving throw of 17.
It fails.
All right, so it will be incapacitated for the next round and will take the full brunt of 28 damage.
Woo! What does incapacitated mean? It can't take actions?
Yeah, I forget the exact phrasing of it. Let me look up my
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and look up
quick
incapacitated
reference.
for me?
I clicked out of the game. That was dumb of me. But that's okay. Incapacitated. You can't take actions or reactions.
But
So until
can he move though? He can like walk.
just says he can't take actions or reactions. So he's basically stupid.
Got it.
I made him dumb. And then I give Bardic Inspiration over to Kothar and say, got this, I help. And I will also take steps. Let's see, let me take... yeah, let me actually move over to this guy. And yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's all I can do. All right, that's my turn.
All right. This fire elemental ignites his flaming sword and slices.
I impose disadvantage on it if it's attacking Aslan.
How? Okay, be specific.
I have protection fighting style. I can declare it with my reaction that if someone is attacking something else,
it has disadvantage
within 5 feet. It has disadvantage.
You can do this. This is your reaction. Okay.
Yes.
So this first attack will be with disadvantage. It misses as you hold up your shield over Yaslin and the flame ignites. But it is not done. As your shield is bounded back, it makes 2 more swift cuts.
Is Yaslin dead?
The first one does hit for 10 slashing damage and 10 fire damage. So 20 damage total. And then a final blow. Almost a nat 20. God damn it. But it still hits. Still hits. And you shall take 7 slashing damage and 8 fire damage.
So that would be another 15.
Yes. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Or whoops. God damn it.
Is that fire elemental moving along
the chain? Yes.
Or is he flying?
No, he's moving across the chain.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And then is going to rush 5, 10, 15. And he's going to stop right there in front of Lucius. Nakul, it is your turn.
Okay. Nakul is going to circle around this elemental that is attacking Yaslin and then take 2 swings at it. And get Shinebreaker.
Nat fucking 20.
Let's go.
Nat fucking 20.
I love Aladdin.
Let's just smite.
I love that you get to decide to smite after you see
Yeah.
your crit.
Might as well.
May as well. Dude, paladins are so bursty.
Mm.
They're thirsty. Holy shit.
Thirsty bursties.
Damn. 46.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
You bash into its internal crystal and you hear it crack. The fire kind of like belches out as it goes, oh, you all just got rearranged. What the fuck happened?
I DC.
Oh, okay. Let me put you all back together.
Is it just back together?
I have to like rearrange you all.
Does a 24 hit?
It does.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. I just gotta... Okay. Wait, no, you're still not back together.
And I can't rejoin at the moment because I got DC'd out.
Why is this so complicated? Okay, you're all back in the right spot. It's like every time I set it up, it just fucks up. Okay, I gotta get a better like system for that. All right, Nicole, that you did 12 damage?
Yep. For the second hit.
Okay.
And for his bonus action, he is
Steven,
going to...
what does that mean? Hi, Jay. Your bonus action, you're gonna what?
I'm going to cast Compel Duel on the one that is closest to Lucius.
Okay. Look at you, little tank. Little tankety tank.
I'm less tanky than my other character. It should actually be a DC 18. I don't know why it... or DC 17. That's some saving throw.
Okay. He fails.
Okay, so then he is... He
Oh.
has to come towards me and...
Steven, I get it. He has to walk towards you?
He's drawn towards me and he is compelled to fight only me. If he is attacking any other person, he has a disadvantage on that attack.
So he doesn't have to move away, or he doesn't have to move towards you, he just can't move away from you more than 30
He has to be
feet.
within 30 feet of me.
Got it. Okay. Which is... He currently is. Okay.
Yep. And that is my turn.
Okay. Let's see. It is this fire elemental's turn. He has sanctuary, so he has to...
Make a wisdom save if he attacks.
What does he have to... And if he fails, what happens?
I believe he takes... Let's see here.
Does he just have to go attack something else?
The attack.
On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or loses attack or spell.
Okay. Thanks, Steven. I got inspiration. All right. Well, let me do the... What's the wisdom? What is the save?
13.
Okay.
13.
Steven, I'm going to use your thing if I fail. Okay. I'm going to use my inspiration.
Immediate. I need to use it.
Aha! Thanks, babe. Okay. He's gonna attack your Lumi. Oh, you're screwed, Lumi.
No.
All right, all 3 hit and one of them was a crit. Okay, so for the first attack, Lumi takes 9 slashing damage and 2 fire damage. The second attack, the crit, he
I am
takes...
going to use my reaction to reduce that crit.
You already used your reaction.
It was my turn again, so it refreshes.
Oh, it's not at the top of the order?
No.
How are you going to reduce the crit?
Guardian's Emblem.
Fine.
The thing that you gave me?
Fuck. Fine.
It's just a normal hit.
Fine. Okay, I rolled normal instead of crit. 9 slashing. And 3 fire. And then the final hit does 5 slashing.
Lumi has faded.
And
Cries out in pain.
2
Goes,
fire.
And-
Damn.
Does it sound like Yoshi?
Yes. And basically fades into...
He turns into a little dormant, like, quartz crystal. Who did you give the cold potion to? Who got frost resist? Whoever played that card, explain yourself. I didn't see it. Okay. Bart. Heavy hide. looks really nervous as these elementals are surrounding him, and he quickly goes over to grab his crate of glass, and he lifts it up desperately and starts walking it slowly in this direction.
I wonder if it feels lighter at all.
No, all the glass minus the one bottle that Lucius took. He's
That's
like,
what I meant.
Wait. Cora gets cold resistance and fire resistance. This cold resistance is going to be super useful. Yaslin, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm still trying to rejoin. Yeah, I can't get back in at the moment.
What would you like to do? I'll do it for you.
So, Yaslin is going to cast what's called Chaos Orb, is it?
Okay.
At
Chromatic.
level 2? Chromatic.
Chromatic orb.
Chromatic Orb. At level 2, and it's going to be cold damage. She's going to do it to the one that's right in front of her, but I also have a question.
Yeah?
Does teleportation evoke attacks of opportunity?
I don't know. I think it's when you use the move action, so no, I think you can do that safely.
So she's going to use Meta Magic to twin the spell and do it on the one that's in front of her and the one that's up that just attacked Lumi,
Okay.
which means she can then use that item I linked before to teleport 30 feet, which I
Where,
forgot that I even had.
I know, that's such a cool item. Where would you like to teleport to?
Over where Cora is, near her.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this for you. Chromatic Orb at 2nd level. Cast spell. Roll the attack. Does she roll separate attacks or for each one, or just one attack roll? For the twin spell.
I think it's just one damage roll.
Well, it's
I
an
don't know
attack
the-
roll. It's not a saving throw, it's an attack. It's a spell attack. So do I roll that once, or do I roll it twice because you're attacking 2 targets?
I have the description of twin spell in there. I don't know because I've never actually done a twin attack. A
Okay,
twinning
let me-
spell on a attack.
Let me look.
It's in features.
Okay. Twin spell. Let's see. When you cast a spell, targets one creature, doesn't have a range itself. You can spend it to target a second creature in range with the same spell. It doesn't say, so I'm gonna say it's the same. It's the same attack roll. So it's either they both hit or they both miss.
Yep.
They both hit.
Yay!
Okay, I'm gonna roll, and the damage will be the same. They both take 11 cold damage as 2 snowballs leave your hands. And as you do that, you
Did level 2?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so on the first screen, I have my sorcerer points. Can you take away 2 points in that
Yes.
as well?
Okay. Sorcery points. 7 out of... Cool. Okay. And you teleport right next to Cora. Boop.
Yep. That should be 30 feet.
Cora was actually only 15 feet away. Oh, that was 30 feet. Never mind. Yeah. Perfect.
Good thing I was playing my move before I crashed.
I love that. Thank you for doing that. All right. You guys hear... Oh, no. Wait, where did it go? Oh, here it is. Okay.
I can finally rejoin. Just after my turn, of course.
No,
yes, instead.
Lucius?
Yes.
Oh no.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I don't know.
You and the elemental hear a rattling behind you. And a minecart comes flying. You both dodge out of the way just in the nick of time.
Oh shit, mine carts! That's fucking such a creative idea. I love it.
Yeah, when she said the rattling, I was actually going to say I wanted to teleport not on the tracks because of that, but I forgot to say it until you started saying make a dex roll.
Hold on, let me move it to where it lands. It gets right there. And then another one.
This goes to show you should look both ways before you cross the tracks.
Yeah.
There. Okay. It is flying by. Phoom. Okay. It's Cora's turn. Cora, you're kind of startled as it's like coming right towards you, but you're off the track, but it's like close. It like some of your ants get flung off into.
Not the ants.
Is that an ant that just hit me?
Oh, is she talking?
Cora, are you talking? I can't hear you.
Oh, I was muted. Oh fuck.
Do you have a golden buzzer?
I do. I
Yeah.
will reroll that.
That hits.
23.
Good use. Good use.
Yee. Let me just double check my hunter's mark. I think it's a d6. Okay. Oh, that was
That's a attack roll.
attack again.
Oh.
I was like,
Still-
it's very nice.
Still good.
Yeah, I was like, that's a. Are you rolling attack or are you rolling damage?
I am rolling damage now.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
Oh. 8.
Oh, that hits.
Okay.
$18 damage.
That's nice.
You guys do so much. You've kind of like honed in where its heart is. And you feel more confident in yourself as you unleash the arrows of Corpse Slayer.
Pow. All done.
Pow, all done. Okay.
Good job,
Kothar.
Do you have advantage against incapacitated enemies on attack rolls? I don't know.
No.
Okay, well then I'll just move to give myself advantage.
Doesn't say anything like that. Yeah,
Perfect.
it just says It just says
Thank
they
you
can't
for the
take
raid.
actions or reactions.
Okay, I'm gonna bonk him with virginity.
It kind of sounds like you're dooming him to be an incel.
Now you're a virgin.
Oh, a
Forever.
neckbeard!
Forever.
What a punishment.
It is a fate worse than death, I think, but yeah.
I would like to use my inspiration.
Okay. Welcome, Raiders.
Much better.
Ooh.
That hits.
20. Okay. That is... Oh, okay, so 8 damage plus... It didn't roll the 8 of radiant damage for Divine Smite, so I'll just do it manually.
You also
Plus-
have Divine Smite?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's 8 bludgeoning and then 6 radiant.
Okay.
So wait, virginity Divine Smite? That seems odd.
Hey,
Let's not-
some gods are evil.
There's such thing as evil radiant damage in the world.
Radiant, honestly, is just like radiation. So, you know, like nuclear power.
Is
Sunburns.
how's the fire elemental looking?
It's looking like it's ready to
So.
fuck you up.
Oh, in that case, I'm gonna fuck it up. I'm gonna use my bonus action to spiritual weapon.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do it like right above Jamitch's head. Jamitch just like suddenly there's a and whirr.
Whoa.
Are your is your spirit guardians still little silver dragons, or have they been?
They're still the same. They're still the same.
So some silver dragons.
Wait, is this Spirit Guardian?
This
or
is spiritual weapon.
Oh, spiritual weapon. Sorry, I thought you said
Yeah.
spirit gardens. Okay, so it's right.
It's not pinging.
Are you not
Oh,
able to place it
Steve-O
anymore?
played this card.
No, it's like I'm
Oops,
trying to ping
it
the spell and it
slipped.
won't even ping.
Thanks, Steven. Okay, I'll figure it out. Give me a second. Summon.
Can I just drag it on? I can just drag it on.
Why don't I have a big... I used to have like an animation and everything.
Maybe
It
you
probably
disabled it?
no,
There
it
it
probably
goes.
broke with the whole.
Oh, nice. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna summon it above J-Mitch's head, but I will just put it there for
Yeah, I just put it right there.
posterity's sake. And then I'll roll for it.
Thanks, Steven. I just got a hazard.
No.
Not a hazard.
A hazard.
21?
That hits.
For 6 force damage.
Okay.
Bam, bam, bam.
All right.
That's
that-
my turn.
Everybody, roll a Constitution saving throw
Oh.
as an immense wave of heat blasts through the area,
Roll.
heating up the vents and the metal floor beneath you.
If J Mitch's dad needs to save, he is.
Oh.
Gets my +4.
Gets your +4.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, he rolled pretty good. Okay.
I think probably better than all of us. We all roll really low.
You did.
You had to have rolled a 15 or better.
Barely.
The
Barely.
2 healers. Yes.
If you failed your save, please take 13 fire damage.
Okay.
If you made your save, take 7 fire damage, and if you have resistance to fire, half of that too.
What
Do we bring
number?
number down?
Sorry?
7 or 13.
No, what number was the save again?
15 or higher was the save.
And then I forgot the damage as well. Sorry, I'm a bit
Did you make it or fail?
I got 13, so I failed.
You failed? Okay, please take
15?
13.
13.
It's all the same. Either way, I'm knocked
Take
out.
13.
Oh,
Oh, you're
Uh-oh.
down?
Yeah, I was on 11 damage from that attack before.
Oh shit. You see Yaslin scope as the heat steams her and she crumples to the ground. You also see Bart Heavyhide like flinch really hard and fall to his knees and one hand on the ground, but he's still up, but he looks badly wounded. Thank you so much for the raid, Lords and Ladies of Fate. Welcome to our party wipe. Lucius.
You're gonna see Lucius kind of like grip Dawnbringer and hold it off to his side, and he's gonna extend the blade. Yo, Dawnbringer, lend me your power.
Yes,
And-
Anazir. Wait, you're not Anazira.
Yes, she's entrusted you with me for now.
Oh, well, all right. Point me in the right direction.
Excellent. And he points at this guy right over here. He goes, "We're gonna attack that one. He attacked my precious Lumi." And you're gonna see wind kind of bolt from his feet, and he's gonna cast Zephyr Strike and burst. Actually, right there.
That makes him. He doesn't take attacks of opportunity, right?
Correct.
Cool.
So you go ahead and initiate the spell. And then he's going to attack that particular person. elemental. Where did that go? Attack. Advantage. Wow.
Oof. Do you have a golden buzzer?
I do not.
Do you have a second attack?
I do have a second attack. It's not both attacks for Zephyr, it's just one, right?
I think so, but you still...
Yeah.
That hits.
He's
Hope
going
so.
to hit him with damage. 8 radiant damage.
Okay.
And I get another 30 feet, so while Zephyr Strike is active, he's gonna burst away over here.
You see a bunch of smelters over here, a bunch of ovens, and you see the working dwarves here kind of huddling behind the barrels and the piles of coal. You also notice that there's this like bellows here that is on a track that is like normally pushed between all the different forges to... It's a cute little contraption, but all the dwarves are hiding. Actually, this dwarf would be hiding too. He's all huddled. Ah. Okay. This elemental, unable to attack, instead rushes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Attacks of opportunity.
7, 8. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Fuck
Wait,
him
is
up,
he
baby.
going? Can I see if he's going for my dad?
Kind of. You're not sure. He's definitely going in this direction.
Yeah, I'll attack of opportunity him.
18 hits.
I'll just add the radiant damage here.
So if they can't use their action, can they still rush?
He just used his movement.
Okay. I thought you were saying they're using like the dash action.
He
type
did.
thing.
No, he didn't use the dash action. He just moved.
Oh wow, this is gonna do so much. I did 7 damage to him.
I did 10.
Yeah.
What about your
Uh,
spiritual weapons?
17.
Does not get
What about
attacks.
your
Weapon, it doesn't
Spiritual
get,
weapons don't have
attack
actions
opportunity.
or reactions.
Damn.
Greedy,
Unless
greedy,
the
greedy.
DM wants to give it to
no, shut the fuck up.
Hey, I'm
Unless
trying to be helpful however I can.
Jamet, it's your turn.
Javich turns. I'm pretty sure he would be able to know this. Do the elementals have they spoke common at all, or do they seem like they know any known language
No one's ever
that
tried to
Javich would
talk.
know? Okay.
No one's ever tried to speak to them.
Okay. I'm going to potentially waste my turn. I'm going to talk to this buddy boy over here on the piping. And I'm going to let's see if I have the range for it.
Wait, which one?
The guy on the piping, so I don't have the range. I have to go
None of them are on any piping.
this guy.
There's
guy's not
nobody
it.
there.
Oh,
Refresh,
I
we
see
might be lagged out.
I see.
There's nobody.
This guy.
That guy moved. Refresh your game.
Interesting. Okay, well, before I refresh, I take to this guy
Okay.
instead because I can see him. That guy's there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I look at him and I cast Suggestion and I say, hey, dude, why don't you just jump into the lava? You're a fire elemental. You'll be fine.
And can hear. What language are you saying this in?
I'm gonna say it in Common.
Okay. You hear, Jamich, you now have fire resistance.
Okay.
Thank you, Flaza. It does not work.
Okay, do I know it doesn't work because he like passed
Doesn't.
something, or
'Cause
does
he
it like
doesn't-
feel like he just doesn't
speak
understand?
common.
Okay. But does he respond at all, like to what I said in particular? Like, does he speak the language back to me?
You hear you know what? Make a perception check.
Okay.
The sounds it makes are the crackling and spitting of flame.
Gotcha. That's what I was afraid of. Okay. Well, that's fine and dandy. I look over to Cora and I go, Cora, super good at shooting arrows. Super duper good. And I give you Bardic Inspiration. Yeah. I'm going to make sure I give it to Kothar as well because I didn't do that last time.
I
but
had
now
Bardic
need to.
Inspiration. I could have saved my inspiration. Oh my god.
Yep.
Cora
Now you know.
Cora
Yes,
do good
Cora.
for damage.
Cora, do good. For sure. Okay, and that's my turn.
All right. This elemental maneuvers to the other side of Nikul and is going to strike. The first attack hits. The second attack misses. Third attack hits. So, do you have any reactions to use? No, you don't have any
Nope,
reactions.
I
do
already,
you?
I already spent my action. This
Okay.
turn.
Hold on. Come on. Sorry, just 1 second.
I cast Polymorph and turn into a giant ape.
She's just trying to roll a crit.
Break the platform.
Okay. That would be terrifying. Okay, the first attack does... Dude, I didn't even roll with advantage. I bamboozled myself. I could have... Well, I guess a crit doesn't even matter because you don't get crit. Okay, the first damage does... the first attack does 5 slashing and 9 fire. And the third attack does 7 slashing and 7 fire. That's the end of its turn. Now, this one, are there any weird effects on this that I don't remember? Any, like...
No.
Compel... Oh, do you have to roll anything to see if your Compel Duel is still up? Is it concentration?
It is concentration, but you have ruled that the helm holds concentration. I don't know how that works with...
That would be so you could have multiple concentrations, right?
Right.
You would still have to maintain concentration. It's not making you immune to.
Okay. Cool.
The helm is on your head, and it just got bonked.
Cool. I don't know how much I'm saving against for the first time, but gonna...
That works. You're good.
Okay. And then the second time that I take the damage...
Yep, you're good.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Wait, so we can freely attack compelled duel targets now without breaking concentration on it?
Wait,
Yes.
what?
Compelled duel no longer breaks if another creature attacks this target of the spell.
Yes.
Wait,
Cool.
what do you mean?
I'm reading
The
directly from
helmet.
Helm.
Normally, if some other creature
Oh.
attacks the compelled
Yeah.
duel creature, that the spell breaks.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
but you
Sorry.
gave me that.
Yeah. I totally forgot
But-
that this existed. This is the first time you've used this since I've given it to you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not anymore. We're learning.
I really haven't had a chance to, because either I'm up or down, or a whole bunch of other things are happening.
So this whole time you've been having glowing eyes and a darkened face.
Yep. This is fine.
Oh,
Nobody needs to
man.
notice that.
I totally forgot that this existed. Okay, so does this guy have any like compel duel on him? I can't remember.
Yes, he does.
Okay, so he's gonna come over here and he's gonna make some attacks.
Yep.
We're gonna get to the end of the round, guys, and then we'll end it for tonight.
It's gonna be anticlimactic.
It'll be fine because we got lots of roleplay to get through next week anyway.
Oh no, I just mean the fact that the person in the round is knocked unconscious.
That depends on what happens.
Miss. You bastard.
I have high AC.
Nicole, it's your stupid turn.
Nicole is going to take his bonus action and cast or invoke Healing Light on Yaslin. I'm just gonna roll for all of them, which is going to be 46. Yaslin heals 14.
Woo!
And is conscious. He is going to take... Which one of these was the one that I hit the most? I forgot.
Which one is like the lowest?
Yeah.
I'd say these two look pretty even. And this
Okay.
one is the most HP.
Okay. He's going to target the one that circled around him. And then... take 2 swings? Yeah, let's just do that. Well, actually, hold on. I'm going to instead cast... Oh, fuck. He's in the radius. I'm sorry, J Mitch's dad. I'm going to cast Arms of Hadar at 2nd level. It centers on me.
Oh.
So he's within 10 feet.
Okay.
It is a DC... Again, that's 17.
Did you just kill my dad?
Maybe?
Hold on.
I
Go
hope
ahead,
not.
Roll the damage. They take half damage on a...
On a successful save.
Okay.
I'm not sure if Buff is excited or upset.
I don't know. I don't know how to feel.
Hold on. One made, one failed. One made. Now let's roll
He
for...
does get the +4, because he's still my ally.
Okay, did you roll the... Oh, and it's 9 damage.
I did. It's only 9 damage. But...
Okay. Okay. First of all, 9 damage, so like for the ones who saved, -5.
Yes.
And then -9 for those who failed.
And the ones that failed cannot take reactions.
As you do that, this necrotic energy spreads outward. Bart, who has this pile of glass, this box of glass,
I'm not
stops
looking at him.
as these tendrils of shadow go up his legs. His eyes grow wide, and you see his skin. And he falls to his knees and just face first into the glass. Into the glass.
Jamich hears this and turns around in horror. Just abject horror on his face. And looks towards Nakul.
Nicole has his back to you, unfortunately, because he's facing the one that was in front of him.
Kothar
Jamin-
also saw that, and it is
You just see his
floored.
little legs popping out of the box. He like went face slumped into the box of glass with his legs just.
Oh my god.
I'm going to make
Hold on.
a death savings throw.
Okay.
Okay. Yaslin, it's your turn.
How many people have been hurt so far? I know Yaslin has, and Nicole has. Has anyone else?
Mitch's dad.
Yeah, I know that. And then there was the fire damage as well.
I
So
don't know.
basically, everyone would be somewhat hurt, I think.
I have temp HP, so I'm still full health.
Well, that's good. Because you'd be out of range anyway. I am thinking of doing Mass Cure Wounds, which is my 5th level spell slot. So I want to make sure I get as many people as possible.
I've taken like a little bit of damage just from that, the fire damage, but not
J-Mitch is also injured-ish.
You know what's crazy? If that necrotic damage had done just a little bit more, that would have been way more than twice Bart's total HP.
So I can't get both J-Mitch and myself, and
That's okay.
Alright.
You don't. I don't need it.
that should be moved just a slight bit. I can't. I don't think I can move it, but how do you move that? Can you move it or not?
Gotta go to the measurement controls and you can move the template.
Okay.
In fact,
So
you
if I
guys
go-
should delete your things once they're done.
Oh, so if I put it here, I can get Lucius as well. So at least I'm getting
Okay.
10 fair members. So
Alright, roll that healing.
rolling the healing. And 16. Is that? That's like a completely average roll, isn't it?
Yeah, looks like it.
Okay, I'm gonna accept that roll. And yeah, just heal everyone and say, hope everyone feels better.
Hope everyone feels better. Pirouette. Bonk.
So yeah, everyone heals plus 16 who's within that
As
template.
okay. As
All the friendlies.
yeah, I gotcha.
So it's up to 6 people, including his dad.
Okay, including Bart. Okay.
Yeah.
As you do a little pirouette and like open your robe and do a little flash, healing shoots everywhere.
Healing flash.
A healing flash. Everyone gets their healing. You suddenly hear some shouting from the direction that Sexy Pants ran. And you see her running towards you guys, flanked by 8 mercenaries behind her, all with their weapons drawn. And that's where we're gonna leave today. We will
Did my dad get healed?
we will find out next time on Out of the Abyss.
I tried to heal him at least for 16 health.
He might, I don't know.
Oh no!
My bad.
Did Lucius, Cora,
Dude,
and
he just lost his brother 2 months ago.
I know.
Oh
my God.
did Lucius, Cora, and Nicole all take the healing?
Yes.
All right, guys. You did such a good job today. There was a lot going on.
Gosh.
So much role play. So much. Let me find a fun little track to play.
Oops.
This song is called Unfair Fates. I don't remember what it sounds like, so I'm just going to turn it on.
Unfair Fates.
I don't know. I named these so I would know what they meant later, and I don't know what it means. So obviously I named it very poorly. You guys did such a good job. I loved all your roleplay. Let's do golden buzzers. J-Mitch. Who do you
Oh my gosh. I have to say I am still fanboying over Nakul being a silver dragon. Or a steel dragon, excuse me. So I love the interaction with Bruno Battlehammer. So I'll give it to Nakul.
It wasn't for killing your dad.
Despite killing your dad.
Despite killing my dad,
No,
still super cool.
Oh no.
Nicole.
No. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
I have to give it to J-Mitch for handling basically the entire interaction with the king.
He's my king. I must.
Okay. Yaslin.
I think it's also going to go to Nicole for the interaction with the king.
Kothar.
I'm gonna give it to J-Mitch for like taking the reins this session.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Lucius.
It's my town.
You're muted.
I'm going to give it to Nakul just because Nakul's a fabulous tank and just the smite was insane.
Cora.
It felt very much like a J-Mitch episode. We are in J-Mitch's hometown. And being our bard and representing our interests with the king felt very on brand. It was cool to see him shine in that way.
So that means we have a tie.
Oh man, this never happens.
It's almost like you guys do that on purpose.
Absolutely.
No, never.
Not.
You guys are excellent.
Trust me, we don't plan this far ahead to do this on purpose. It just happens organically.
Some honorable mentions. I liked Cora transforming into each of the characters doing their battle pose. I am sad about Lumi getting triple whammied, but Lumi did absorb a shit ton of damage that saved the party from that damage. And also Yaslin falling off the cliff or off the catwalk and just hanging by her foot. So remember, she's wearing a big flowy robe, so it went completely over her head. So
everything was visible.
So she was seeing the good.
She was completely her whole thing was just over her head.
We're like, just another day with the Yaslin, am I right?
Oh,
yeah, but she wasn't there on purpose.
You guys are used to it, but all the other dwarves were like, shameless. There was probably a female dwarf who was like working alongside her male partners who like looked at her gaping male coworkers and went, "Stop staring, it's rude." All right, guys. I need Lucius to reach out to me about your items with Dorian, and we'll figure out your units. And I need Buff Levin to hit me up for reasons no one else knows about. And
right, super secret reasons that nobody knows about. Right, yeah.
Super secret reasons. And we will be, those of you who have NPCs that are joining your expedition that have set personalities or names that have connections or bonds, you let me know. Otherwise, if they're kind of like generic, like it could, it doesn't really matter who they are specifically, then just let me know and I'll just make something up. But if you have specific family members that you like, Yaslin has specific family members that will be coming.
I've changed their names as well.
Yeah, please make them pronounceable. Please. Please don't make it Eliariana Monime.
Supercalifragilistic.
Yeah.
That was
Alvara.
tongue twisters.
Okay. And yeah, and Ellie, I really like your ideas, and I think that that's gonna be really okay. I'm gonna let you all go. You're all
I have
amazing.
a feeling our emotional like toll that the next couple sessions are gonna take on us are gonna be huge. I'm just mentally preparing. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Everyone that's coming to help us is gonna die.
Everybody's dying. My dad doesn't even want to help, but he's dying.
I wasn't expecting him to.
I wasn't either.
expecting him. I'm sorry I reminded you that he was an NPC that could take damage.
Like, get out of here, Dad.
That was friendly fire as well. Like I was specifically trying to avoid people with my like I wasn't gonna do Cone of Cold because I'll probably kill half the people.
I appreciate the world building and the role play that can come off of that. So I'm fine with
I get the feeling that J-Mitch is going to be very unhappy with Nicole for a very long time.
Buff Lovin is fine with it. J-Mitch is another story.
I feel like J-Mitch hasn't sorted through his feelings yet.
Okay, so in my head, J-Mitch definitely hasn't sorted through his feelings for his father yet. However,
family's still family.
He doesn't want to lose another family member, especially so soon after Haymitch died.
Cora
and
is so
him
casual
being
about the fact that she's like, "Don't worry, like I can lay his soul to rest. Like it's no problem."
Yeah, it's especially like with J-Mitch being like directly able to intervene on his dad's behalf. Like he's not going to just sit there and let his dad die.
What if his dad dies and then I raise him as a ghost and he just haunts you for the rest of the campaign?
J-Mitch would
and he just follows
probably
you and tells you what a disappointment you are. Just his ghost is always there. You're such a disappointment. I shouldn't call you my son. Anyways, I'm not going to do that, but I got to let you guys go.
Wow.
Like I said, these next few episodes are probably going to be really emotional.
You don't have to be a ghost to get that with trauma.
Yeah, please. His voice is already in my head constantly. You don't need to be a ghost to do that.
Okay, guys, it's late. I love you all. See you next week.
Just one thing. Remember that some of us have a means to revive him as well.
Oh,
other than that,
I was gonna DM Buff quietly afterwards and say like, "Hey, you want to plan something?"
Wait, also, isn't next week Mother's Day?
I was about to say,
yeah,
next week is Mother's Day. I'm a mom, so I have to take the day off.
That's fair.
So,
we're gonna make you take a day off.
We have stuff to do.
Yeah.
Too,
so Mother's Day off. That'll give me more time to get everybody's like. Oh, I'm so sorry we're taking so long. I'm gonna show you this new thing that I made for you all. This is if you're still in Foundry. I made this. These are going to be how you I'm going to have all the units that you have. I'm going to have tokens for every single individual unit, and you can divvy it up and put it in. These Roman numerals are the outposts that you're going to be making in the Underdark, because you have to set up a supply chain and a communication chain throughout the whole fucking Underdark, and it's going to help, and you're going to do exploration, and Cora's going to get to do her ranger shit, and you're going to have to like deal with it's going to be a whole thing.
Ooh.
Reminds me of Kingmaker.
Yeah, it'll be like that.
Ranger shit.
Okay, I'll let you guys go. I'll see you in 2 weeks, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to go rip my wig off and have a beer. I'm going to play some Destiny with my hubby. And thank you so much for being here. Flaza, thank you for being here. Next stream will probably be on Tuesday. Not sure what we're going to do. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. But Jolie, thank you for the 5 gifted. Thank you, Nemo.
What a Chad! 5 gifted VIPs.
Thank you so freaking much. I might see you. So tomorrow, I might get to sleep in a little bit. If I do, I'll be a little bit late to tomorrow's little workout group. But if you guys are still like, I'll probably just join late. So if I'm late, I'm late. You guys are welcome to join in before me. Flaza, one of these days you can come hang out with us. You're allowed to, and Poof, you too. You guys, in fact, anybody in the chat, if you want to hang out in our little workout group, we don't really work out every time. Sometimes we just do chores. Sometimes we just go on walks. We just like hang out together and in my Discord. So just join my Discord and then type in the general chat that you're interested in joining the workout group. And then I'll give you the role so that you can see the chat. It's a voice chat, and you guys can come and hang out with us. And it's just casual. Like, we all just hang out. We all hang out and talk about shit. Maverick's there, Fajoli's there, Kurutsu's there, sometimes Buff Levin is there. There's like a whole bunch of us. And it's just a hang. It's just, we all just hang. What's a yikes emote? Yeah, we need a yikes emote. So yeah, Banana, you should come too. Me and Kurutsu are there. A bunch of us are there. It's really cool. We talk about some of this, the people in the group get kind of like spoilers for Out of the Abyss, but we also just like talk about gardening and working out, and it's like, it's just fun and casual. And we just, it's like if you're someone who needs like body doubling to be productive like me, if I'm going to be like get work done, like chores done, or like get a workout done, it's easier if I have like someone to hang out with. So it's been really helpful for me. I've already lost like a bunch of weight because I have people like, because it reminds me to take my vitamins, eat healthy, and do my workout. Yeah, it's just like a friend group, and it's really good for mental health. Yeah, we are all friends. So yeah, definitely. I know, Fajoli, I'm addicted to it. It's really good. It's like socially fulfilling. And because I don't really get to go out because I'm a new mom, it's like a way for me to like socialize and keep me on the straight and narrow. So anyways, I'm going to go hang out with my hubbity bubbity. Hubbity bubbity bop. The mouse went up the clock. Clock struck 1. The mouse went down. Yeah, I consider everyone in that group. You just joined this. Yeah, but you should join us. It's a lot of fun. We talk about all kinds of fun stuff. It's great. Highly encourage you. And it's a very safe, like, place, you know? It's it's a really good environment. It's not toxic at all. It's not like a gossip group. It's not we don't shit talk, like it's not an aggressive space at all. It is we're all old, right? Most of us in there are in our 30s and beyond. Miken, it's totally fine. It's an open invitation, and some people are there every day and some people are there once in a while, and it's totally fine. It's really relaxing. It's at 8 Pacific time. And it usually goes several hours. Like, the room's pretty much occupied until sometimes like 1 or 2 o'clock Pacific time. It really just depends. But yeah, okay, let's go raid Cinderblock Sally. He is reviewing D&D Homebrew. That's his thing. That's his spiel. So let's go say hi to him. And I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Next stream is on Tuesday. Bye.